How PCOS changed my life. PCOS isn't just about fertility and having children. I have 2 children and PCOS hasn't ended there. What is PCOS? PCOS is polycystic ovaries syndrome, and this has many symptoms and causes many life-changing things in your life, such as weight change, fertility issues, lifestyle changes, social changes, reduced sleep, fatigue, mood swings, hormonal changes, and the biggest factor of all, constant missed periods. So if you guys want to know how PCOS changed my life whilst I create this glam makeup, then keep on watching. Chapter 1, Diagnostic. How did I know I was suffering with PCOS and how did I get myself diagnosed? PCOS isn't something that I just woke up one morning and said, hey, by the way, you're gonna have PCOS for the rest of your life. It was a built-up of situations. PCOS was something that was happening in the background of my life, and I could see all of these things. There were several symptoms which were leading towards PCOS. And most of these issues were your most popular symptoms which lead to PCOS, which were fatigue, which were hormonal imbalance. I used to have several mood swings, and yes, at the time, did I think these were just mood swings of a teenage girl? Of course I did. Did I think fatigue just led to the fact that I wasn't sleeping well at night? Yes, I did. But the fact was, I wasn't sleeping at night, not because I was thinking about uni and I was thinking about my friends and things that I'm doing in my daily life. It was just the fact that I was suffering with insomnia, which is a symptom of PCOS. But the real thing, the real issue which made me want to go and get myself diagnosed was the fact that I wasn't getting my period. Period is one of those things that we really should be monitoring. A lot of the time, especially in our South Asian community, having your period is just one of those things that your parents don't talk about. Your parents just do not want to discuss your periods because for them, their daughter growing up, having their period, basically just means that their daughter's going to be let loose and she's going to get pregnant by the next man that walks past her. But truth is, we really need to be monitoring our periods. And this is exactly what I was doing. I mean, it was very obvious that my period was not regular. I was coming on my period literally 2 or 3 times a year. 2 or 3 times a year. Now that is a red flag of its own, on its own. This was literally where I had decided and I had told myself I need to go to the doctor, especially if I want to have a healthy life going forward. And I too, like the world, was so naive and thought PCOS is just about the fact that you are not fertile. And of course I wanted to be fertile. Who doesn't want to be fertile? I headed to the doctors and I had asked them to help me out and see what is wrong with me. Why have I got this excessive hair growth? Why does my younger brother have 0 hair on his chest and I'm growing hair like my father? Why my boobs are growing? Why my bum is growing? Why am I just growing left, right, and center? Why at the same time is my hair thinning out? I've got hair growth, excessive hair growth all over my body, but why have I got hair thinning on my scalp? I used to think having a unibrow, a mustache, chin hair, and long sideburns was just a thing with the South Asian community. Now, I'm not going to sugarcoat this and say going to the doctor was super easy and it was so simple. It took me between 1 to 2 years to get seen by the doctor to finally diagnose me and say, yes, Alan, you have got PCOS. And this takes me over to our next chapter. Changing my life to adapt to PCOS. Things I did and didn't do. Now at this point, we all know that PCOS had already taken a large effect on my life. So first up, let's talk about the things that I didn't do. Now we always think of didn't as a negative. Things we didn't do. Things we didn't do to make our life better. These are the things that I didn't do to make my life better. The biggest thing of all, I didn't sit there and feel sorry for myself. As I said, a lot of us think of PCOS and infertility, no kids, never having kids, IVF, PCOS, it just goes crazy in your head. So that is the one thing that I didn't do. But in actual fact, I did the reverse. So I used PCOS to better my life. I reversed PCOS. Now you're all gonna say, reversed PCOS? How did you get rid of PCOS? I didn't. I still have PCOS. PCOS isn't something that's going to disappear overnight. But I actually use the fact that I have PCOS to better my life. I turned all of those didn'ts into do's. Instead of feeling depressed for myself, I started and I did motivate myself. I didn't eat unhealthy. I didn't eat oily processed food. I did eat healthy food. I didn't sit there feeling sorry for myself and said, hey, Aman, you're gonna put on lots of weight and this is it. I actually went to the gym and I worked. I worked twice as hard because every single time I would lose a little bit of weight or I felt like I was making a difference, PCOS would be there with the attack ready to hit me right back to the floor. And I did not let that happen. I got up and I said, Aman, you are going to focus on those goals and you are going to make yourself be healthy. I started to take regular vitamins. I was looking after my body more because I had already had some blood tests done. I had doctors tell me on a report what my body lacked, what my body had more of, and I worked out what is wrong with my body. What is my body lacking? What does my body need? Or what does it have too much of? And where and how I can improve this. And once I did this, guys, I was able to tell exactly what vitamins my body needed, exactly what supplements my body needed, and I was able to take these combined with the regular exercise I was doing, the regular mood controls I was doing. I was using things to do in my daily life like walking, reading, talking to somebody to help improve my mood. All of these changes, as they came together, started making a significant change in my life. Now let's think about this. If you have 6 beads and you have a thread, does that look like a necklace to you? If you put those 6 beads and that thread together, is it a necklace? Yes, it is. And that is exactly what I did. I had several beads around me, but those beads on their own were not making a difference to my life. When I started to combine those beads along with my life being the thread, things started to perform. And this is where we're gonna go to chapter 3. How did these changes affect my PCOS? Now, to understand this, let's recap to the beginning of the video. What were the top things that affect us as a person because of PCOS? Weight changes, fertility, lifestyle, hormone imbalance, fatigue, reduced sleep, and obviously stating the obvious, not having regular periods. So in this chapter, I'm going to be telling you exactly how the things I did made a difference to my life. First up is the gym. Now, whilst the gym can lead to more fatigue and more reduced sleep because you are working out and your body is getting drained, gym helped me a lot. By going to the gym, I was able to control those fluctuations and I was able to start getting a little bit of control on my weight. As well as going to the gym, I felt like I started eating a lot healthier as well because I wanted to control my weight gain. Now, the thing we don't realize about healthy eating is healthy eating contributes a high level towards nutrition. Nutrition is the ultimate reason to high levels of energy. I was able to control my weight. I was able to control my energy levels, my fatigue, my reduced sleep. Because I would be gymming on a regular basis, I was likely to fall asleep at night because I was tired from all of the activities I was doing during the day. The vitamins, the supplements I was taking started making my body healthy. The new nutrition my body was getting, the new energy levels my body was getting, it started making everything inside my body work. Everything which wasn't working has started to work. And this PCOS, it's not reverting. It's still not going back. It still exists in my body. But what my body was doing was it was giving the things that my body was lacking. All of these things led to me having my periods regular. And what do we know happens when your periods start to become regular? not only does it increase the chances of you ovulating, but there are so many other things that change in your body just because of regular periods. One of the changes are your body bloating. Now, PCOS is one of those things which basically makes you look like magic. One day you could look like you are giving birth to twins, and the next day you can look like you have lost 2 pounds. It is literally from A to Z. That's how big the difference can be. Now that we have talked about how all of these things have made a difference to my life, this takes us on to chapter 4 and the last chapter. And this is how I have adjusted my life to PCOS. Not let PCOS run my life, but how I am running the PCOS in my life. Now, just because I have got 2 kids doesn't mean PCOS has ended in my life. PCOS still exists and it affects my life in many ways. I am constantly going through mood swings literally every single day. My hair is constantly thinning and I have a lot of hair loss from the scalp. However, on the other direction, I have excessive hair growth everywhere. Literally, you imagine a part of my body, I have hair there. A part where you think hair can't grow, hair grows. I still have missed periods. I can expect 1 month that I have a period, expect the second month I don't have a period. I can be going on holiday, a period is not meant to arrive, but it's just going to pop up out of nowhere. It's just going to come out of the blue. I have constant weight gain to the point where my aunts, aunties, uncles, everyone around here looks at my body and says, "Are you pregnant?" These are still things that exist and these are still things that affect my life. But how do I deal with them? That is exactly what I am going to tell you, my dear. Now, there are many things you can do for hair growth. There is many things you can do for hair loss. I oil my hair regularly. I make sure I research again. You need to make sure you are researching about each of the symptoms and problems that are affecting your life. Hair growth. I use regular laser hair removal to control the growth of hair on my body. With my mood swings, I create daily journals. I journal my mood swings and what things may affect my mood. Is it food? Is it hunger? Is it the fact that I've been to gym? Is it the fact that I haven't had enough sleep? And I monitor all of these things and I take control. And that is exactly what this whole video has been about. PCOS can affect our life in a numerous amount. It is up to us to control how we let PCOS control our life. Wait, did I say control? I mean how not to control our life. It is up to us to control PCOS. We will tell PCOS when and how to affect our life. And this is where I am going to close this video. Now, this video was titled How PCOS Has Changed My Life. And I really should have titled this video How I Changed My Life According to PCOS. So even though polycystic ovary syndrome is a huge life-changing thing that has happened to my life, I have learned how to control it and how to control my life in accordance to it. I really hope you have used this video as an eye-opener to tell yourselves that you can also control the changes that happen into your life. Now, like always, if you have liked this video and you have found this video educational, then please do like, share, and subscribe to my channel and help the Tall Beauty family grow. And I really hope I will see you all in my next video.